Hello, welcome back to our third installment of the series, the deep dive series on Lilith and Not. So we finished up with Lilith and now we're going to talk about Not, one of my favorites. A little bit less information for Not than there is for Lilith, but we'll get through this and we're going to see some similarities. So Not in Norse mythology is night. It's the personification of night in both the Poetic Edda, compiled in the 13th century from earlier traditional sources, and the Prose Edda, composed in the 13th century. Not is listed as the daughter of a figure by the name of Norvi, with variant spellings, and is associated with the horse Hrimfaxi. While the Prose Edda features information about Not's ancestry, including her 3 marriages, Not's 3rd marriage was to the god Dellinger, and this resulted in their son Dag, the personified day, although some manuscript variations list Jord as Dellinger's wife and Dag's mother instead, which is an interesting thing that they're kind of combined in that way. As a proper noun, the word Not appears throughout Old Norse literature. So we're going to move on to attestations. In the Poetic Edda, in stanza 24, the poem, sorry I'm going to butcher this, Vasfrun Nismal, the god Odin, disguised as Gagnrdr, asked the Jotun, I'm sorry, I'm just a stupid American, the Jotun Vospurner, from where the day comes, and the night and its tides. In stanza 25, Vospurner responds, Delling, height he who the day's father is, but night was of Norvi born. The new and waning moons the beneficent powers created to count the years for men. Very important. In stanza 14 of Vrosfrun Nismal, Odin states that the horse Hrimfaxi draws every night to the beneficent gods, and that he lets foam from his bit fall every morning, from which dew comes to the valleys. In stanza 30 of the poem Alvismal, the god Thor asks the dwarf Alvis to tell him what night is called in each of the 9 worlds, whom Nor birthed. Alvis responds that night is referred as night by mankind, darkness by the gods, the masker by the mighty powers, unlight by the Jotun, joy of sleep by the elves, while dwarves call her Dream Nurun, meaning dream goddess. So she's very important in dream work, which I do a lot of. In Sigdrifunfumal, after the Valkyrie Sigdrifa is woken from her sleep curse by the hero Sigurd, Sigurd asks her name and she gives him a memory drink of a drinking horn full of mead, and then Sigdrifa says a heathen prayer. The first verse of this prayer features a reference to the sons of Dag and the daughter of night. Hail to the day, hail to the sons of day, to night and her daughter hail. With placid eyes behold us here, and here sitting give us victory. Hail to the Aesir, hail to the Aesir. Hail to the bounteous earth. Words and wisdom give to us, noble twain, and healing hands while we live. In the Prose Edda, a book Gylfaginning, Not is again personified. In chapter 10, the enthroned figure of High states that Not is the daughter of a Jotun from Jotunheimer by the name of Norfi or Narfi. Nott is described as black and swarthy and has had 3 marriages. Her first marriage was to Nagfari, and the two produced a son by the name of Audr. Nott's second marriage was to Anar, resulting in their daughter Jord, the personified earth. Finally, Nott marries the god Dellinger, and the couple have Dag, who takes after his father's people in rightness and fairness. Odin took Nott and her son Dag, placed them into the sky with a chariot and a horse each, and they ride around the earth every 24 hours. Nott rides before Dag, and foam from her horse Hrimfaxi's bit sprinkles the earth. However, scholar Hakar Thorgesson points out that the 4 manuscripts of the Gylfaginning vary in their descriptions of the family relations between Nott, Jord, Dagr, and Dellinger. In other words, depending on the manuscript, either Jord or Nott is the mother of Dagr and partner of Dellinger. Hakar details that the oldest manuscript offers a version where Jord is married to Dellinger and the mother of Dagr, while the other manuscripts cast Nott in the role of Dellinger's wife and Dagr's mother, and argues that the version in the first one came about accidentally when the writer of it or its antecedent shortened a text similar to that. The results of this accident made their way into the Icelandic poetic tradition. In the Prose Edda book, Skaldskar Parmal, means of referring to Jord are provided, including daughter of Nott. And chapter 58 states Hrimfaxi, or Fjorsvartner, draw the night. In chapter 64, Nott is stated as one of the various words for time, and a version of the Abysmal passage is cited. Getting through some references here. Not directly translating to night in Old Norse holds a significant place in the Norse pantheon. Her name is not just a simple descriptor of the time after sunset. It carries with it weight of myth, stories, and cultural significance. In the poem of Abysmal, the dwarf Alvis provides various names for night, each reflecting perspective of different beings in the Norse cosmos. Among men, she is called night. Among the gods, mist time. The holy powers, she's the hooded hour. The giants, sorrowless. The elves, she is called sleepjoy. The dwarves, dreamweaver. These varied names underscore the multifaceted nature of night in Norse mythology, reflecting its different meanings and significance to various beings. She has ancient roots. The name Nott in Old Norse can be traced back to the Proto-Germanic word knots. This Proto-Germanic term is the ancestor of several words in modern Germanic languages, including Old English, night, which evolved into the modern English night, the German Nacht, and the Dutch Nacht. This linguistic connection suggests a shared understanding and personification of the night across various Germanic cultures. The reverence and significance attributed to the night and its embodiment as a deity or entity likely have deep-seated roots in the collective psyche of the Germanic peoples. Nott's origins. Nott's lineage, as depicted in ancient Norse texts, is both intricate and fascinating. In the Poetic Edda and the Prose Edda, both seminal works from the 13th century that draw from earlier traditional sources, Nott is introduced as the daughter of the Jotunnorvi, also known as Narfi. This connection to the Jotnar, the giants of Norse mythology, adds a layer of depth to her character. intertwining her with the primal forces of the cosmos. Not's life is marked by three significant unions, each providing offspring that play pivotal roles in Norse myths. Her first marriage to Naglfari bore a son, Audr. Following this, Not wed Anar, and together they welcomed Jord, the personified Earth, a testament to Not's profound connection to the natural world. In her final, perhaps most renowned union, Not marries the god Dellinger. From this union springs Dager, embodying the day. Dager's radiant appearance, described as the inheriting the brightness and fairness of Dellinger's lineage, place him among the Aesir, contrasting beautifully with Not's nocturnal essence, symbolizing the eternal dance between day and night, between gods and Jotunar. Roles and depiction. In the Norse pantheon, Not plays a pivotal role. Her arrival heralds the time for rest, reflection, and dreams. For the gods, her presence is a reminder of the cyclical nature of existence. For humans, she offers a respite from the toils of the day. Each evening, she rides her chariot across the sky, paving the way for her son, Dager, to follow. Interestingly, night and day are separate from Sol, the sun goddess, and her brother Mani, the god of the moon. You find this much the same in Greek mythology. They have separated deities personifying the day and night and sun and moon. Myths about Not. Not, the embodiment of night in Norse mythology, is more than just a passive figure representing darkness. She plays an active role in various myths, showcasing her significance in the grand narrative of the Norse cosmos. While there aren't a plethora of tales centered around her, the ones that do exist highlight her importance and the role she plays in the larger tapestry of Norse tales. Not and Dager's journey across the sky. One of the most prominent myths involving Not revolves around her and her son, Day. Odin, the All-Father and chief of the Aesir tribe, recognizing the importance of the cyclical nature of day and night, decided to give both Not and Day a pivotal role in the daily lives of all beings. He placed them in the sky, each with their own chariot, to ride around the earth every 24 hours. Not rides her horse in this 19th century painting by Peter Nikolai Arbo. It's a beautiful painting. You can look that up. Not rides ahead of Dager, her chariot drawn by the horse Hrimfaxi. As she journeys across the sky, the foam from Hrimfaxi's bit falls to the earth, manifesting as the morning dew. Following her, Dager in his radiant chariot brings light and warmth, dispelling the darkness left in his mother's wake. This eternal dance between mother and son, night and day, is a testament to the balanced and cyclical nature of the universe in Norse belief. How very different compared to what we learned about Lilith is this explained in these myths. To compare and contrast with the Greek goddess Nyx. Not and Nyx, both personifications of night, share similarities in their role and significance. And again, I believe in omanism, and I believe that all of these night goddesses are the same person, the same deity. However, while Not is often seen in conjunction with her son Dager, representing the balance of night and day, Nyx stands more independently in Greek mythology, often associated with mysteries and the unknown. The goddess Nyx, night, Nox, in a 10th century Greek manuscript, the Paris Psalter, in the National Library of France. That's another painting that you can look up. Yet their differences are as stark as night and day. Nyx, in Greek myths, is a primordial deity. I believe that Not is also a primordial deity. Born from chaos and mother to many other deities like sleep and death, Nott, on the other hand, has a more familial role in Norse tales, emphasizing her relationship and lineage. I want to say that her role seems simpler and less deeply developed than when compared to Nyx. Of course it is, we don't have enough literature and source material, unfortunately. Mentions in ancient texts. Norse mythology is rich with stories that traverse various realms and introduce us to a host of intriguing characters. One such figure is Nott, the personification of night. Her story and significance are detailed in two primary sources in the Norse lore, the Poetic Edda and the Prose Edda. These texts provide insights into Nott's lineage, her roles, and her interactions with other beings in the Norse cosmos. In the poem, let's see. Oh, nope. Got that. Must have copied something twice here. Had to find where I was at. How does Nott compare to other night deities? While Nott shares similarities with other night deities like the Greek Nyx, her role and relationships in Norse mythology make her unique. Norse mythology enthusiast, Norwegian, and living in Oslo next to a series of old Viking Age burial grounds, I am able to navigate and understand quite a lot of the old Norse texts, and I often lean on original texts when researching an article. This blog, I hope more people, young and old, will get to know Norse mythology and the world of Vikings a bit better. Nott's significance is in dreams, protection, and the cycles of our world. She brings rest. Her presence holds the moon and the stars within it. The effects of this can be seen as she is the vessel for the changing of the tides. Humans need her, and our world would not support us without her. So different in the way she is described compared to the vile descriptions of Lilith, who in essence is much the same as Nott. To remind you of the love between Dellinger and Nott is brought the sun named Dager, which is described as bringing forth light and warmth. Similar to the sun attested to of Lilith's Ormuzd, the Zoroastrian deity of light and goodness. I look to the mythos of Lilith to find more knowledge about Nott. They are bringers of night, a pair that stand on their own in their own power, but without which humans would not be able to exist. The feminine energy and divine connection is unmatched. They are the first mother, the exalted precious darkness, survived of insult and cruelty, to make the world beautiful and fill it with the intensity of darkness and light. They are consistency of the cosmos. Tried and true, they perform while maintaining healthy boundaries against the crushing weight of patriarchal command. They will stand in their truest form and provide power and protection to women who are attacked by such plights. When I seek them, I find strength. I encourage you to call upon them in your practice. I've never regretted it, no matter what the Abrahamic religions say. Lilith and Nott are purest feminine divinity, the kind that says, I will love you, but don't test me. They will help you create safe boundaries and choose your actions wisely. Elegant and courageous, they will teach you to say no when you need to. I thank you for watching, and I truly hope this was enlightening for you. Please share our channel and click like. It helps with the algorithms. Safe journeys.